morning everyone, into the kitchen today. It's better lighting in here, so hopefully you'll be able to see the board really clearly. Today I'm going to talk to you about conjunctions, and this will go hand in hand with writing activity number 2. So a conjunction, hopefully you've done activity number 1, and that would be the purple mash activity. So a conjunction is a word that joins sentences, words or clauses. There are joining words, and in year 2 we use the words and, but, because, if, that, so. So those are examples of some conjunctions that we use. Now to begin with, we're going to look at the picture, and it's a picture we are familiar with about VE Day. We looked at it last week and you had to write some statements about it. Thank you those who emailed their learning, that was fabulous. Really enjoyed reading those statements. So we're going to look at the picture again and have a good think about what we're going to write about the picture.
What does the picture tell us? I can see lots of people, and I think they lived in those houses. And they've all come out in the street together to celebrate the day because the day is just so important to them. I think they've all worked together to get the decorations up. I can see people hugging and kissing. They're really happy to be together. Perhaps because they've been apart because of the war. They put a big long table in the street. People are eating delicious food. A man's even wheeled his piano out onto the street to play music, and there's a boy and a girl dancing. Even the dog and the cat look happy. Everyone in the photo looks like they are celebrating such a lovely day.
Right, have you got lots of ideas ready to write down? One thing I noticed was all of these beautiful red, white and blue decorations decorating the whole street. So I want to write something about that, but I also noticed all the food laid out on the tables. So I want to write something about that. Those are 2 different things I want to write about. So I'm going to join those 2 ideas with a conjunction. First of all, let's think about my first idea, about all of those decorations blown in the wind. I can see decorations. Hang on, let's describe these decorations. I can see red, blue and white decorations blowing in the wind. Repeat that sentence with me, are you ready? I can see red, blue and white decorations blowing in the wind. Brilliant, I'm going to write it down. Capital I can see. What was my next word? Oh yes, red. Red, blue and white. Hang on. Mrs. Lewis Zybel. What have I forgotten here? Red, blue and white. I've got a list of colours. When we write a list, what do I need? Oh, I heard one child shout it. I need a comma. Great, to split it up. I don't need a comma here because instead of the comma I'm using the word and. And this and here is not a conjunction. We're not using it as a conjunction. We're using it in a list. I can see red, blue and white decorations. Or a ons. That sh sound is ever so strange, a T-I. I can see red, blue and white decorations blowing, blow, suffix ing, blowing in the wind. Brilliant. So the conjunction I'm going to use here is the word and, because I can see other things as well. And I can see red, blue and white decorations blowing in the wind and children eating food. can see red, blue and white decorations blowing in the wind and lots of happy children eating food. Eating what food? Eating, get an adjective in there. You have a think. When I get there, you let me know. Eating food. And lots of happy. How do we put the E on the end? It's a Y, correct. Happy children. This is one of your sight words, so hopefully you'll be able to write this almost with your eyes shut. Lots of happy children eating, eating. What adjectives did you come up with to describe the food? Shout them at me. Delicious. I like that one. Delish. Eating delicious food. Full stop. Brilliant. So remind me, guys, which conjunction, because that's what we're looking at today, which conjunction did I use? Brilliant. I used the word and. Okay. So I'm going to write another sentence now, but I want to use a different conjunction. I can see lots of people celebrating in that picture. I can see lots of people happily celebrating. Lots of people are happily celebrating the end of the war. Lots of people, the people, because all of them are, not lots, the people are happily celebrating the end of the war. Right. Let's write that. Capital T. The people. E is ever such a funny way of spelling it in people. Put E. Pull. Are. Happily. Oh, I know how to spell happy. Happily. I need to add the suffix ly. What do you do when we add a suffix to the end of a word that ends with a y? Change the y to the I and add a suffix indeed. Take away the y. I need an I there. Happily. Brilliant. The people are happily celebrating because it's followed by an E. So we have the soft sound for the letter C. Celebrate. Now celebrate, I would normally go into an E here, but because I'm adding a suffix, we're going to take away that E and add the ing. The people are happily celebrating the end of the war. Oops, A into R. I could put a full stop there. That sentence is absolutely fine on its own. But I'm not going to put a full stop there. I'm going to use a conjunction instead. The people are happily celebrating the end of the war, but they sadly remember the fallen soldiers. So lots of soldiers during the war did lose their lives in battle, and it's really sad that they did that sacrifice for our country to make it a safe place to live. But we are also really extremely thankful, and it's the reason why we celebrate such days, and Poppy Day as well. So the people are happily celebrating the end of the war, but remember, but has a happy and a sad side. But they also remember remember the fallen soldiers. Brilliant. So but is one of those conjunctions where you have a happy and a sad side. The people are happily celebrating the end of the war. Hooray! But they also remember the fallen soldiers. Boo. Great, so I've written 2 sentences with conjunctions. I've tried to add as much detail into these sentences as I can. We've learned about expanded noun phrases and adjectives. Let's get them in here as well. Good luck, guys, with your writing. Let's see some lovely detail in these sentences with your beautiful, neat handwriting. And please email in the sentences that you write with your conjunctions. Take care.